Hi, I'm Laura Rice. I'm director of the Dearborn STEP assessment program. One of the questions parents often ask is, how do we deal with stress and anxiety in the program? That a lot of students that come to STEP are a result of that, the stress of attending whatever school district they were in the moment was too much for them and they weren't able to navigate that. And so the big question is, well, why is it going to be different at STEP? It's different because STEP is really small. Our classrooms don't get bigger than 8 students. We run with a 2-to-1 ratio. Each student gets worked with individually around their academics. They have group. They have a lot of opportunity to be heard. And so when you're that small, you can tweak things fairly easily. So if something's not working for a student, we're able to change that fairly quickly. We also take a lot of feedback from parents and guardians because they really know their kids the best. And so working together as a team allows us the opportunity to be able to help students reduce their anxiety. So when they know, hey, guess what, if you can't do that, that's okay, let's try something else. If there's a question that needs to be answered 4 different times, then we're going to answer it 4 different times because clearly the first time we did answer it, it wasn't adequate for that student. And so our job is to really figure out with the student, like, what does work for you? And how does that integrate into your personality and what's fun for you? And all those pieces are really important to be able to decrease people's stress and decrease anxiety. So even though there's clear structure and how we want to move forward, there's enough flexibility that if a student feels like, I can't do this, that's okay. And then we'll work with them later like, hey, how did that happen? And what would be a way that we could help you maybe try something a little different? And so it's much different than saying you have to. And so when the have tos get pulled out, the advantage of that is that students feel like, oh, so if I can't do that, maybe I could try something different. And it's really kind of that opportunity to kind of problem solve in a different way to make yourself feel better. And so we're practicing, we're previewing, all those pieces really reduce the stress and the anxiety. So if a student looks up on the board and the board has, this is what we're doing today, then they're like, oh, that will be really helpful. They can be independent. But when they know math is coming, they're thinking, well, I definitely am not doing math. And then we say, that's okay. Let's have someone work with you. So the opportunities to kind of decrease stress are all about making sure that the environment is flexible. And if you're not flexible, then that creates more anxiety. And so STEP is able to do that because we're so small.